Okie doke. Speaker view. Welcome everybody to our team call. There we go. I was switching my view. Team call for the month of March. So we had a great February overall, I think. Pretty good anyway. And I'm just going to go over some recognition and some highlights and some announcements real quick, and then we'll pop on over to Miss Jamie, who's going to share her story with us and give us some training tips. So first of all, we have some pretty major rank advancements to talk about, or to recognize, I guess, this week. So we have 2 coaches on our team that started their 1-star diamond qualifications, like I think 2 weeks ago. Suzanne Hegan and Heather McNew both started 1-star qualifications. So that's super exciting and also super stressful for them. So cheer them on and help keep them happy during these next 6 weeks. Next, we had 1 diamond rank advancement, and that, of course, was JD Hegan, Suzanne's husband, to help her get to 1-star. And then we had a few emeralds. Nicole Spencer got to emerald. Jamie Burke got to emerald. Alana, I don't know if it's Alana or Elena Hegan, and Amy Toomey. So we had 4 new emeralds. So that's really great. That's a lot of advancements for our little team anyway for the month of February. So congratulations to all of you guys. As far as Success Club points, we had a couple of like big time rock stars. The Success Club leader was Holly Elliott. She had 18 Success Club points. That is a lot. Bethany had 13. I had 12. Stacy had 11. Jamie Harris had 10. And JD had 10. And then for our Success Club 6, we had Heather McNew, Nathan Matney, Rihanna, Suzanne, Jamie Burke. And then for Success Club 5, we had Christy Davis and Penny Anacone. So that was quite a few that hit Success Club too. So great job, everybody. Great job with Team Cup. I honestly don't know all the final points for that. I haven't even really looked at all of that, so I haven't had a chance. But anyway, that was a great month, so good job. Just wanted to go over the challenge packs and a couple of announcements. Really, the challenge packs are the main announcements for right now. So we all know 22-minute hardcore, the new Tony Horton program released today. Challenge packs were yesterday, so it's gonna be super exciting. If you haven't tried the on-demand sneak peek, you need to somehow figure out how to try it. I really don't even know if it's gonna be, I'm sure there will be some sort of sneak peek on there again. But anyway, it is incredible. I started seeing some of the test group results photos in the wall a couple days ago, and they are really impressive. To say it's a 22-minute program, it's an 8-week program, military boot camp style. It's awesome. Tony's like yelling in your face like a drill sergeant, and it's all to a cadence, so it doesn't have any of his cheesy, P90X music or his talking. He's more drill sergeant like instead of corny jokester. So challenge packs that we have on sale for March, of course, we've got 22-minute hardcore. There is a challenge pack with Shakeology and a sandbag. That's just really cool. And there's a challenge pack that has the performance challenge pack, or the performance supplements with it. So that challenge pack will be the 22-minute hardcore and then Energize and Recover on Home Direct. And then there's a sandbag with that one. Those are both $140. There is the PIO and Shakeology challenge pack for $140. There's the PIO Kickstart challenge pack for $180. So the Kickstart one would be PIO, Shakeology, plus your 3-day refresh. So that's a really great deal. And then there is a plain 3-day refresh and Shakeology challenge pack for $140. So that is good. Let's see. There's also a sale on 3-day refresh. You can look at FAQ 99.76 to get all the info on that sale. But I think it's March 9th to March 30th. You get $5 off of the base kits and $10 off of the complete kits. So that could be something to promote as well. So Anyway, that is all of our announcements. I am going to hand it over to Jamie. So Jamie is a diamond coach on the team. She joined as a challenger, I think it was in December of 2014, so right at the very end of the year. And she did her first challenge group and then actually started coaching, I want to say it was January or February, maybe January of last year. So she's been a coach for right at a year and has done really well. She's working her way up to building to 2-star now. And she's going to share some tips with us, her story, and then some tips on how to stay focused, which is not an easy thing to do for most of us. So, Amy, take it over.
Oh, I was going to say one thing about the 22 hardcore is the donation to the mission. I keep forgetting the name of it. The mission continues. So for every challenge pack, I think they're donating $5. I think it's challenge pack or just program. And I think it's cool. And I was kind of thinking today, and that something we can maybe focus on for especially like coach enrolling also is like kind of do it all in one, like 22-minute hardcore, you know, we're donating proceeds to our active military and veteran families. And you get a 25% discount, coach enrolling is free, and your monthly upgrade fee is waived. So I don't know, I was just thinking it might be cool to kind of do a whole spend for the military almost, you know, with the coach upgrade too. So that was just an idea.
Yeah. And don't forget, because a lot of people too might have military people that, you know, want to get in on this, active military and veterans, and they always get their coach enroll for free regardless, and they get their monthly business service fee waived as well. So their military savings are really, really, really good. Like, it's a huge benefit for them to just be coaches.
Right.
So, because it's pretty much like their Shakeology is like $97 flat, you know, well, plus tax. But they don't have any of those fees. So, yep.
Right. The mission continues, helps veterans transition back into real world. So I think that's pretty cool. My husband was in the Army, so I just think it's neat. But anyway, I wanted to mention that. So anyway, I guess I'll get started. I took some notes just so I would kind of remember some things. But I started coaching on January 8th of last year, and I had bought T25 in September the year before. I swear I was hungover, laying in bed, and bought a commercial, and did 2 workouts. And then my husband and I were massive drinkers. I mean, we drank 4 or 5 nights a week, like getting drunk, like 4 or 5 nights a week. So I could never do the program because I was hungover all the time and I felt like crap. And so I don't know what it was. I think I got in a challenge group, and Stacy was in there about the same time that I was. And I tend to have a little bit of competitive nature, like I want to win the prize. And I know Stacy did too. But I think about February, the drinking was kind of coming to fruition with my husband and I, and some kind of shitty things happened. And it was right kind of when I was getting into coaching, and it's like he left for a couple weeks. And during that time, I was like smack dab in the middle of 21 Day Fix. I was doing a push group, even though I had no idea what I was doing. I just did the push group. And I had that moment where I'm just like, you know, I can let this just get me that he's gone, or I can just, this is going to keep me going, you know? So anyway, I kept going. We did some counseling. He started exercising with me. He became a coach doing his own Shakeology, and our marriage has never been better. And it's, you know, what started out for me and was just to lose weight was vanity. You know, I just wanted to lose weight, has, you know, probably for most of us has turned into so much more for me. And that's almost like down here now. You know, it's changed my life. And I think, I'm trying to think of kind of where it clicked for me, but I think maybe that was it. So anyway, from then on, I just, I've always been a procrastinator, and my whole family knows that. Like, my dad used to say that was my middle name. So that's probably my biggest challenge is not doing things every day, but I am extremely emotionally driven. So I use that to connect with myself and connect with other people. But I think I was looking around at Kim and, other people, and I'm like, why can't I do that? Why can't I have a purpose? I was working at a job I didn't like. I was making $12 an hour. I have a master's degree. I'm 38 years old, and I don't care, about anything in my life. Like, nothing's fun. This is just work. So this just really gave me something to, push for. And I think about it now. I'm like, if I was to quit coaching, like, what would I do with myself? I guess I'd go back to drinking all the time. But, like, this has just given me purpose that I've never, had before. So let's see. I think I had some notes. I kind of went through some notes on some things that kind of changed things for me about myself. And Claudia said this, one of Della's coaches said this on a team call a couple weeks ago. She said, I think the hardest part about coaching is within yourself, is finding this thing within yourself. And I'm like, I agree 100%. I mean, over the inviting, over the daily activities, it's finding something within you to keep going, and so, I remember always thinking, like, and I even said this at the beginning about Kim. I'm like, Kim is just got it. She's just got those special genes that just makes her, and I thought that about lawyers. Oh, I could never do that because they just have something that I don't have. They're focused and I'm not. And, I can't stick with that workout because, you know what I'm saying. So, it's like, I think we start believing in our doubts, and we start just honestly thinking that, that's who we are. And so I took these notes. It was some kind of a podcast or something I did, but he said that, like, these are just patterns in our life. And it's like, I think our biggest need as humans is we feel comfortable doing the same things over and over. So to get out of our comfort zone is uncomfortable, obviously. So I don't know. I just started thinking, like, these are just patterns. This isn't me. Just because I suck at, this doesn't mean that defines who I am as a person. It doesn't mean that I can't change that. It doesn't mean that I can't start doing that. And then he said, like, you can never outlearn, outsell, outachieve your own belief system, and I love that too. It's kind of along the same lines. But I think, I don't know. I think that's all I really have written down, but I think that's it. And I was going to say, last month I was supposed to do this call, and I had gotten myself so freaked out that I messaged Kim, and I was like, I can't do the call because I'm afraid that, I'm not probably going to cry now, I'm afraid that I won't make it through the call without crying, because I had put so much pressure on myself, comparing myself to all of these coaches and all of these people. And when I thought that I was, like, learning and doing good things, I was letting it get to me, and I was like, I need to do a website. I need SC10 by this date. I need to do this. I need to do that. And I had gotten myself to the point where I had a couple, like, panic attacks. And I tried to look back and think, like, what it was. And I'm like, that's what it is. I have gotten myself so freaked out. So I just took several days off, and I really just got back to what's important, I think, for us as coaches, and that is helping people. And that's what advances, I think, your business is, doing the personal development when you can. And I mean, Rihanna and Claudia and I talked about this too. Like, sometimes I don't read it every day. I might have my big 2 days off when I do it, but just finding what works for you and being a good person and reaching out to people. So I took all the bull crap out, and I made SC10 this month, and it's the first, I think I've only done that one other time, and it was last March, because spring was kicking in, and I was new. So I just think that really helped. So just so my advice to you all is, I know we all do it on Facebook. We see, these coaches and think wow, she's so great. And, she's so pretty, or all her pictures are so great. And, we let it, get us down and think that we can't be that. But, if we just are who we are and share what we have to give and be kind to people, Oh, one other thing I always loved is, is to talk to someone. I heard this from another coach, I think 6 months ago, but is to talk to people like you don't need to fail, and that just, when I heard that just opened my eyes. And I noticed that I do that with the free group inviting. The other night I invited 20 people in 3 minutes because I wasn't worried about money. I was just like, hey, I'll do the free eating, clean eating group. We learn all this stuff. And it was it's so funny because I will sit all day and procrastinate 3 invites because I'm afraid, it's what are we afraid of? Somebody saying no, oh, well, so I just love that. So I try to do that and think about, helping that person and, how that person would feel or how I would feel. And another thing that I love too is, I heard a guy say this, he said, I don't care how much money someone makes, if the relationship has not been built, it is always going to be too expensive. And I love that too. And I found that when I'm pushing too fast and I'm going from, an invite to try to send them a link 2 hours later, it doesn't work because they don't know me, they don't care, so I try to remember that point too, to ask their goals, build the relationship. Act like you care. I know sometimes that's hard. Care about them, ask questions about their life, their goals has helped me too. So anyway, I guess that's kind of it. Do you have any?
Something. Oh shoot! You just said it, and I had something I was going to say, and it totally went out of my mind. Oh, as far as trying to push things too fast and building relationships and that sort of thing. Let me put this on speaker view. I keep losing my train of thought tonight. Way too many things going through my head. What was I going to say? Building relationships. I feel like some of the people, some of my best challengers ever, who happen to, some of them be on this call right now, call a couple of you out. Jamie, you're one. Stacy, you're one for sure. Those are people that actually watched me for a long time. Well, maybe not Jamie because I didn't know Jamie, but Stacy, as an example, watched me do PIO and watched me do all these programs silently for I don't even know how long, and randomly messaged me, and we kind of rekindled our relationship because we knew each other from vet school, but we hadn't talked since we graduated, and I feel like some of those people that you're building those relationships with, and they're watching you and you're not pressuring them to do anything, they end up being some of your best challengers and best coaches, Heather was the same way. I think Heather watched me for a good year as far as coaching and talking about Shakeology and stuff. We had talked about it a year or so before she ever even decided to purchase anything. So
Brianna, is almost a diamond, my diamond coach. And she was I invited her last spring and she was like, no, I go to Orange Theory. I'm not and she just jumped on board and,
Yep.
And most of my challenge pack sales this month are from people that I invited in the fall.
Exactly.
And they pop in and it's kind of crazy.
Yep. So that's exactly my point is I know a lot of people, especially you newer coaches, get frustrated when you invite people and you're talking to people and, you know, you say something about a challenge group or a challenge pack or whatever it is, and they say no. I mean, don't discount that unless somebody's like seriously yelling at you and just really, really rude. I mean, maybe discount them. But otherwise, I mean, keep those people on your contact list and check in with them every once in a while. I mean, don't hound them, but, you know, every few months, just how you doing? And check in as a friend to just check on them, you know, and they'll come around. So I know it's hard to wait for that to happen, but a lot of times it happens, and it'll be 6 months, a year down the road when these people start coming to you, you know, they're ready. So just don't get frustrated by that. I think another couple things that Jamie said that are really, really big points is you've got to have a strong why. And I know we say this all the time, but this business is not always easy. And a lot of us have experienced that over the last couple of months. You know, it gets hard. And if you don't have a strong why that's pushing you and, you know, giving you that reason to keep going, like, it's easy to quit, you know, and that's why a lot of people do quit, is because they either don't have a strong why, which really means that they haven't thought about it hard enough, you know. So that's why you really have to dig deep and see what you want out of this, not just to, you know, lose 20 pounds or whatever it is, but really what's going to really and truly change your life about doing this. Whether it's financially, whether it's, you know, being able to stay home, change jobs. Maybe you want to quit a job. Maybe you want to go part-time. Maybe you love your job, but you need this fulfilling your life somehow. For me, initially, that's what it was. I didn't plan on quitting veterinary medicine from the beginning, but it's like when I found this group of people that were so supportive, I needed that just positivity in my life again, you know, and that more than anything is what pushed me to keep going and pushed me to even coach in the first place. So just think about things like that, because that's what's really going to keep you going. In comparison, that was a great point, Jamie. I think it gets all of us comparing yourself to, oh, how fast is that person rank advancing? And, you know, how's that person getting SC, you know, 30 or whatever it is. Just, you know, everybody's going to grow at a different speed, and that's just the way it is. And that's perfectly fine. So you have to do this at your pace. And I would encourage you to talk to whoever your coach is, you know, about that speed. You know, maybe you want to go fast, maybe you want to go slow, and just be sure you're communicating about that, because sometimes we don't know necessarily how, you know, much you want to be pushed or not pushed. So that's kind of important, you know, just to tell us. And if, you know, for example, if I was pushing somebody too hard because I had in my mind that they wanted to run with this and like quit their job or something, I mean, I'm going to push really hard if that's their overall goal. And if it's too much, tell me, you know, I'll back off. I won't be mad at anybody. Just communicate about that kind of thing.
I think too, there's a fine line between like making excuses for your business and pushing yourself too hard.
That's true.
Because I think some people will be like, well, I'm new, or, you know, so there's that fine line, and, you know, making a decision of, you know, and I think for me and for most of us, I think, you know, helping 3 people a month, you know, and I know it sounds easy, 3 people a month, and sometimes it's, you know, I've been down to the last day, you know, trying to get those points. But I think if we're doing, you know, the right things and caring about people and talking to people, I think it'll come, you know. And I think I told Rihanna one time that, you know, it's funny how every month I hit 6, because that's like, you know, my minimum goal. So I always hit 6, but because I'm not pushing myself again for higher. So I think we achieve what we, you know what I'm saying, like what we kind of set our standard as. So I think as coaches, you know, almost like clocking in or doing our job is 6 or 5 SC. I always say 6 because I rarely sell just a Shakeology without challenge pack. But so.
Yep. I think that's a good point. Let's see. Thank you, Jamie. That was
You're welcome.
I love your story. I think it's just important to hear, you know, how it truly is life-changing for so many people, like really seriously life-changing, you know, on an emotional kind of level, you know? So thank you very much. I'm going to unmute everybody. Might be pure chaos, I don't know. Anybody have any questions real quick, and then we'll hop off from here. I won't keep you guys too long.
I'm assuming you can order an extra sandbag with the.
I'm not
Yeah. It's like 30 something, $35 or something.
Okay.
No, the deluxe kit is only like 60 with the sandbag and everything, like so much stuff.
I
So
saw you put that, Jay. I just know I'll get one, and then Peter's going to need one. So. But,
Honestly, haven't even looked at the kits yet.
yeah, I haven't.
Oh, for coaches, it's 26.
For the regular one or the big one? What is all that one?
Crazy mother.
That's a crazy amount.
What is that?
No.
It's not Zuri.
It sounds like really fast typing.
yeah, it does.
Or a hamster.
Barb, was it you?
Nope.
Oh, it was Barb.
Janie, there it is.
Or Jane.
She's
Sorry.
like, that's okay. It was funny. Any other questions?
We're almost done and you're not done with your homework.
Y'all good?
Sorry.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for all you blah, blah, blah. I can't even talk tonight. I need sleep. It's good to see everybody, and I will post the recording as soon as it takes a couple hours to upload, so I'll probably post it tomorrow morning when I
The
remember.
crying recording.
Do what?
I said the crying recording.
Oh, you're fine.
Everybody cries.
That's right. We all cry. Hey, I've cried today. I've also yelled and screamed today. And Suzanne got front
Not at me.
Not at her. No. She just got to listen
I
to
got an earful today.
Yeah, that's what
Also
I'm here
Suzanne.
for. I'm getting good at this.
We're cussing Bethany's objection out via Messenger. We're not saying it to her, but we've got some really choice words for her to each other.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go read this message. So I'm a little scared.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Alrighty. Well, I'm going to end this, and you guys go and have a good night.
You too.
Love y'all.
Lauren, Lauren, call me if you get stuck.
Okay.